Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Hey, hey, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Round of applause. Hello, 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 hello. I am Christina L Turner, Kingmaker, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you guys are here. I'm tired, y'all. I have been traveling, and I just think I got in at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I definitely did not want to miss this day today to be on because I have a lot of information for you, and for your business when it comes to grants. If you have not been here on my YouTube channel before, I am Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. I am an entrepreneur just like you, where I have business in the event planning industry, also in the finance industry where we do taxes, and we also provide business services for entrepreneurs like you, like writing your business plans, creating your proposal for your nonprofit organization so that when you apply for grants, you're able to just pull and pick. And then also we do some other things too. So welcome. And I also want to say, thank you for watching my YouTube channel and for subscribing. Oh my goodness, my subscribers are going up. My views are going up. When I tell you that I am so grateful, I am very grateful. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing my videos and letting people know that there's information here for them that help them with their business, that help them to encourage them in their own personal life, and also some business strategies. And I know we've been talking about the money, and I know last week I spoke about just, training, doing some training about how to create a business plan. So one of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to put a link up, and we're going to have a day that we're going to, or a couple of days. I don't know how you guys want it. Do you want me to do it all in one day in creating a business plan? Or do you want me to take it step by step? And I want you to sign up for this class. And how you're going to do it is going to be an Eventbrite. It's going to be free. And so that you can have this free business plan writing class. And then I'm going to show you, because guess what? I'm creating a business plan for one of my teen entrepreneurs, and you can probably, walk along with me on how we do it in regard to how you do research and all that stuff like that. So I'm going to put a link up. Probably I got to check my calendar and see how we're going to do this, because I literally need to get this business plan completed like within a week's time. So if you're going to be interested, that means I'm also going to be here on YouTube while I'm doing the class. If you sign up for it, we're going to try to televise it live. So I got to figure out how the tech thing going to go so they can be live while I'm training at that same time, or record it, and then I can upload it afterwards. So those of you who do not sign up, you still will be able to see the class, but you're going to kind of like get it, on the back end. I like stuff fresh. I like fresh food, fresh people, just everything fresh. I like to smell fresh and everything like that. So information that comes down on the pipeline, I love it fresh. And I kind of, like to hear from the horse's mouth. So if you are interested, make sure that you put your comment in, or you can email me at info@christinalturner.com. So yes, I am going to be doing a free training. All right. And I'm going to put my Cash App in there. So if you want to give me a donation, that would be so kind, because even with, even though I know this information and putting the time in to train you, I think if you give me a donation, it could be even $1. If I get $1 from all of my subscribers, that'd be good enough for me. But if you could Cash App me, or you can Zelle me, or you can, what is that other thing? PayPal, but just, I'll send you my Cash App. It'd be much easier. A lot of people have Cash Apps, and you'll send it to Kingmaker 1 for the class. So like I said, it is going to be a free business plan writing class. Yes. And I'll be talking about it, and you'll be watching me while I'm completing a business plan for one of my teen entrepreneurs who hired me to do their business plan. So I'm pretty excited about that. So hopefully you guys had a wonderful week. This is a great week. We are in the second week of the third month in March. I cannot believe we've already in like going towards it depends on if you do the first quarter by 3 months or you do it by 4 months. Like we are literally finishing up the first quarter, or yeah, this is going to be close to the end of the first quarter of the year. Time is really going by really, really fast. So one of the things I want to talk about before I even get to giving you the money, because I have one, two, three, four, five, I think I have five different grants that are available to you, that I want to give you this information. But there's something that's been really on my mind that I really struggle with, and I think I mentioned this before. When I was talking about my journal, my 2022 Goddess Goals journal. One of the things I really, and this has been lately, and I'm not sure really where it's coming from, but this procrastination. Oh my gosh, it literally gets on my nerves. Like I know that there are certain things I need to do. And I also know that I work well under pressure. However, it's so unnecessary. So I don't know how many of you really struggle with procrastination, that it is, like I said, it's a new thing. And I've been paying attention to it to the last few weeks, because there's some really pertinent things that need to be taken care of that could have done in a matter of no time. But because I know I could get it done in a matter of no time, is I'm procrastinating. And that's kind of like devaluing myself too. So let me tell you one of the things that I did yesterday when I was flying back into the States yesterday. I was on my phone, and I was looking for, I'm a gemstone wearer, so I'm not sure if you are, I wear gemstones, I wear them on my rings, and they are very significant to me. It's not because they're beautiful, it's because of the energy that they carry for me and what they do for me. And yes, I do believe in them. Yes, I do believe that they are alive energy. Yes, yes, yes. And so one of the things that I was doing while I was in flight, I was looking on my phone, what type of gemstones would help me to be like really like stay focused. What gemstones to stay focused, and so I won't procrastinate. Now, the thing is, the problem I have is the procrastination, getting it, not so much getting started, because once I get up and I start, then, all lights are on. Okay. Another thing too is that, and it's just minimum, is focus. So procrastination and focus. Procrastination is huge. Focus is like a little bit. Okay. So I was looking up different gemstones. And believe it or not, I already have them in my arsenal. And guess what? Those are the stones that I hardly ever wear. Come on, Christina, right? So I have all of these different tools that I use to keep me focused. And I spoke about how I light a candle at my workstation, to keep that's also a focus point for me, because who wants to leave fire unattended? I have certain incense that I use. I have certain crystals on my station, my workstation table, even here at home or in the office, and even that I even travel with. So one of the things that I wear, and sometimes I wear, sometimes I don't, is this stone right here. And I'm not sure if you guys know what this is. This is a hematite stone. And next to it is my Super 7, and then of course my turquoise. And then I also have this one right here, which is what I gave, I made one for my granddaughter, and this is fluorite, okay? I hardly ever wear my fluorite and hematite. And certain stones, I know people say, well, some stones you don't put together, and some stones that you do put together. Listen, earth is earth. It's almost as if you're trying to say all different river rocks. They're different size, shapes, and colors, whatever, and they can't be together. They have to be grouped separately. So anyway, I don't get into that. But what works and what doesn't work together, I don't believe that they polarize each other. I think everything in nature is harmonious, right? Everything is harmonious, all right? So it's a constant flow. So I looked it up, and the stones that I already have in my arsenal literally worked. And I'm like, why am I not wearing these stones? And what happened is I kind of like got, sometimes you have your favorite ones that you use, and then you forget all about the other ones. And listen, I know I have a quite considerable amount of bracelets that I have created. And some of these gemstones are not inexpensive. Some of them cost a lot. Like this one right here, this is my kunzite. I'm not going to even tell you publicly how much I paid for this, for the strands of kunzite. And I actually created this myself. And then this one too, this apatite is also good for focus. So yeah, so I pulled my stuff out, and I do sometimes wear my apatite ring, but I don't hardly, and you know what? Just come to think of it, when I am wearing my apatite ring, I am more focused. Okay. So, like I said, focus is a little portion of my little issue in entrepreneurship, but procrastination is a really big thing. And I do set alarms. I do set alarms. I do have a schedule. I do have a to-do list, what the things that I'm supposed to do for the day. And it does get accomplished. But I am quite sure that if I start in the time that I'm supposed to start, I'll have enough me time. I'll have enough, Christina time, my download time, my reward time, like in my journal, I said at the end of the week, you need to give yourself a reward of all the goals that you've accomplished, even if it was one goal, one strategic goal that you accomplished to fulfill that first goal, right? So sometimes we dig ourselves in a hole. And what I found out is when I procrastinate and wait to the last minute to do something, it creates a little bit of anxiety. I kid you not. Like, okay, so I'm going to give you a good example. I know that my flight leaves at a certain time, right? And I also know that if I bought a ticket that is not refundable, uh, it's going to create another situation. Now, thank God for Delta. If you miss your flight, whatever, you can get on another flight. But the situation it can cause is that I can end up spending more money unnecessarily, right? So I know that I'm supposed to leave the house at a particular time in the morning. So my alarm may go off, and 9 times out of 10, I wake up before the alarm goes off. So before the alarm goes off, when my alarm do go off, let me go there. It gives me time to do meditation. I give myself 10 minutes. I thank the creator of all things. I'm giving thanks to my ancestors. So I give myself a little bit of time to quicken the spiritual aspect of who I am, right? And then boom, I get up, right? So but I don't do that. I don't. So which is horrible. It's horrible. So what I do is, I kind of like lounge around in the bed. I'm going through the news because I like reading the news. I want to keep up on what's going on in current events. So I'm reading the news. I go on and I'm in people business on that because I definitely don't like people in my business because my stuff is not on there, but I like looking at other people's stuff, right? So I'm doing that. And then I'm on YouTube, and then by then, about 20 minutes done pass. And then I'm jumping out of bed and I have to make my bed. Like, I am such a stickler on when I leave my house has to be in order, and my house have to be in order before I go to bed. It is a nerve-wracking situation. Even if there's a little bit of chaos, like if I have something in the chair, it has to be nicely laid in a chair for me to either have it laundered or take it to the cleaners or to be hung up in a closet. You know, it has to be nicely put. But here it is with this procrastination. I'm getting up, right? So I hadn't really done my meditation because I instantly went and grabbed my phone and I instantly started looking at the news. And then I started doing this. And now I'm getting up, I'm making my bed, I'm making sure everything is in order. I'm jumping up into the shower. I'm doing a half-hearted, to me, it's half-hearted meditation, you know. So instead of 10 minutes that I'm supposed to give, I'm actually giving 3 minutes because I'm looking at the clock because I only have 40 minutes to get out the house. And that means have my bag closed and out the door in the car and then driving. Okay. So that's all within 40 minutes. And it causes me to have anxiety because if you're driving on the highway and early in the morning, and some mornings there's traffic, or early in the afternoon, depending on what time of day, the traffic is horrible. And then all of a sudden, my heart rate is going up unnecessarily. So, you guys, you know what? To sum it all up, please pray for your girl, okay? That I get better with not procrastinating, waiting to the last minute when it comes to, especially for me catching my flights, especially for me doing things that I'm supposed to, even though I'm good at it. And I know I'm not the only one out there in the world who is really good at what they do. And we lottie-dottie, we want to party, take our time getting stuff done, okay? Even though it gets done, but we don't have to wait to the last minute. So the girl need help. So yeah, I pulled out my arsenals and I'm going to be wearing them so that I can get my ish together, okay? All right. So let's get into the money, honey. Okay, so I'm feeling really good today, and let's talk about it. And I said this, I mentioned this particular grant before, and it came back to me again. But this is about the wellness. Remember, I spoke about the wellness grant, and it's a grant for $5,000. It's non-equity direct support funds. Okay, so it's for leaders who's making wellness more accessible. So let me just look at this. Let's look at the overview of this particular grant, okay? It says to do well, we must be well, which we all know, okay? So their impact grant is designed to support the work of underestimated leaders. I think I'm an underestimated leader, and making wellness more accessible. We provide unrestricted, hear this word, unrestricted, non-equity grants of $5,000 directly to each leader to use at their discretion. Guys, I didn't even apply for this grant. Okay. I give you guys so much information. There's some grants I really do not even apply for. I'm being really, really honest. But hear this, the intention is to center on well-being of the individual so they are more resourced and rested to support the collective. Oh my gosh, this is such a good grant. The Reclamation Venture Fund commits to dispersing at least, they want to disperse at least $200,000 in impact grants in 2022. That is like, that's wow, okay? So far, okay, they distributed in 2019 $384,080. And right now, they're also giving direct support grants to help wellness teachers and studios during the early onset of the pandemic. They gave $169,080, okay? They also have this too, healing practices for people who do have grief counseling, like who are experts in helping people with grief. Okay. One of the things that my eyes just watered a little bit because I miss my mom. One of the things that she was really good at was helping people with grief. I don't know. She was just really, really good at that. This spring, the Reclamation Ventures is supporting 10 underrepresented leaders making pathways to addressing grief and loss. So if you know someone who is really good at doing that, can you please let them know that this grant is available for them? And it opened January 31st and it's still open. They did not give a closing date for that. And if it is closed, reapply, because I'm sure they are continuing to circulate. And they also give grants to teachers and leaders and family members and innovators, okay? Underrepresented. So you probably say, well, what does that mean, Christina? It means, like, say for instance, and I'm just gonna, so like you, let's say BIPOC, that means Black, Indigenous, people of color, the LGBTQIA plus, okay? Anybody that considers themselves plus size, and I use that being politically correct. If you feel you plus size, if you have a lower socioeconomic status, if you're living with any type of disabilities, or have lived an experience of homelessness, or experienced gentrifications in your neighborhood, it's so much more. But one of the things that you want to do is you want to apply, because you don't limit yourself to the ability of having money that is available to you without a cost. And the only equity that you would need to put into obtaining this particular grant, or any grant really, is information. Like, you really want to have your information together, okay? You want to have your information. And they also want to know that also any grant that you get from the Reclamation Ventures is that it is non-taxable. So it's a charitable grant. So you won't be getting taxes on it. Okay. So they say that. And they also you can find somebody else. Let's say, for instance, if you are not in the categories that I had explained, you can find someone who qualified for this grant. So you want to be out there helping people to make sure that they get some money in order for this grant. Now I'm going to put the link down also, so you can, what you want to do is you want to scroll all the way down, because you're going to see where it's going to say to apply. There's like a little box. So the link, just scroll all the way down, and then you're going to be able to apply there. Okay. All right, here is another one, another grant that I want you to know about. And I will ask you to also to subscribe. This is called the Plutus, Plutus Foundation. And it's a grant that's available for you, okay? You to apply for the foundation grant. And this is what happens. It's going to provide you grant money and resources to faster opportunities for the financial media to create, develop, and administer community-based programs that enhance financial literacy, education, and empowerment. It's something I'm interested in, right? So twice per year, they give away this grant, and it's only available 2 or more grants to members of the personal finance media providing community-based financial education and financial literacy program. So who is eligible? The Plutus Foundation awards grants to members of the independent financial media who work to create financial literacy programs in their own community. Okay. So let's say, for instance, financial literacy. Let's see. Do you teach people how to build credit? Okay. Do you teach people how to manage their finances? Okay. You qualify for this grant. So members of the financial media, including but not limited to bloggers, podcasters, vloggers, journalists, speakers, and authors. So you are also invited to apply, and also educators. They support programs globally, but they mostly are focused on resources on programs that are based here within the United States of America. Okay, and here are the requirements. Okay, you need to prepare a proposal document that meets all of their criteria. Okay, so you're going to return to this website and you're going to complete the application below and upload your proposal document. Your proposal document must include um, these following items. Okay, this is the information that they need. One, they need a statement of relevance to the mission, okay, of the Plutus Foundation. So what is your mission that is relevant to what they're doing, okay? The description of your program's target audience, okay? An outline or structure of your program. If your program is currently or has previously been active, any achievement or awards that you receive, a description of any outcome by which you measure your program's success, a full program budget, contact information, and biography of your project manager. So that means if you are the project manager, they need a biography for that. Now, I'm going to break this down a little bit. So I create nonprofits for people who want to have a nonprofit. Okay. So in that nonprofit, when we're creating it, we're not just talking about the 501c3 application. We're not talking about the 1022. We're not talking about that application. We're talking about the meat of the nonprofit. So I write all of that. I write the program and what it's going to do and how they're going to do it. And I put the applications in there, like if they're going to be applying, how to get into the program. And I break it all down because this is exactly what you need. Now, one of the things that we put in there are measurements. Okay. So how are you going to measure your program? So let's say, for instance, when I talk about measurements, let's say that like within 30 days, you're going to be doing an assessment on this. 60 days, you're going to take an assessment on this, or 90 days. And then you're going to do another assessment in 6 months, and then probably another one in 9 months. And then, another one within a year. Do they graduate? And then after that, after they graduate, is there going to be an aftercare program? So some of this may go a little bit over your head, but if you know about structuring programs and creating programs, you know what you're talking about now. If you need help and you want to apply for this particular grant, reach out to me. Reach out to me. You can email me. You can call me. You can leave me some information here in a comment. Please do not leave any derogatory comments because I would hate to cut the comments off because people are not leaving viable information. Like, who got time to do that? Like, this is serious business, right? So we're all about getting the money, and money is serious, and money is the answer to all things. So who doesn't need more money? Okay. Even Warren Buffett wants more money. Okay. So let's go there. So you need to have a statement of relevance. So how is your mission relevant to the mission of the people who's given the grant? Like, how does that coincide together? And the way that I do it is like, if I had a mission, which I do, but I'm just going to give an example. So they're all about financial literacy. And what does that entail? Do you know, like, a lot of people don't even know how to balance a checking account. They don't know how to do that. They don't even know how to write a check. Okay. A lot of people don't know how to even budget. A lot of people don't. People are so used to using their debit cards, they do not budget their money. And there's so many different ways that you can create a program. And I'm just saying this, that you can create a program that is going to help your community for financial literacy, like how to build credit, how to get out of debt, how to buy a house, how to take that house, and how to make money off that house. Like, there's so much that you can do with that. Okay. So what does the expenditure are allowable for the grant? So the grant will fund your particular program related to activities such as workbook, flyers, slides. So let's say, for instance, like if you want to do a on-demand class, this would be great for you. Okay. They also do vendor table fees, so licensing for images, domain name purchases, and other expenses directly related to your program creation and the service delivery. The awarded money shall not be used for staff salary, so you cannot use it for that, but it's not limited to having a virtual assistant, website designers, and consultants. Entertainment expenses, including meals and alcohol, membership in professional organization, and more than 50% of travel and transportation costs. This is really a great grant. Okay, so the maximum, and now when I say it's a great grant, I know people say, oh my gosh, how much money? How much money? Okay, so the maximum that they're going to grant each recipient is rounded to $2,000. $2,000, you you can do something with that. You can do something with $2,000. If you are unsure of the expenditure you want to propose is allowable, then there's an email. And when I put the link in, you're going to read this information and then you're going to see the email, okay, who you will be contacted. And, oh, excuse me. And what is the selection criteria? The selection is like this. All submitted proposals will be evaluated by the grant management team and will be reviewed for mandatory criteria as well as cohesiveness. So remember, we talked about that. Cohesiveness with the Plutus Foundation's mission. Proposals that are incomplete or do not align with their mission will be eliminated from consideration. So they're very strict. They want to make sure that that you're kind of going in with the vision that they have, that is comparable. Okay, it's comparable. All right, so what are your responsibilities for the grant? You'll be expected to you got to file a quarterly report. So remember, I talked about like measuring, what's your measurements on the success of your students or people or your participants or whichever term that you want to use, that's going to be for the grant. They got to have a quarter report that will include updates on deliverables. That's what I'm speaking about. An expense report, they want to have that, and any media that can be shared. So are you sharing any media about your program? Are you putting it out? That's what flyers. Are you having any clips about some of your teachings and things like that? Like when I'm here on YouTube, like giving information to you, so you want to have that. So you have to also know that each grant is unique, so it's not cookie cutter. And the foundation will discuss expectations with every grant recipient. In general, recipients will be expected to recognize the Plutus Foundation as a support for the project. So they also want to support. Now, the deadline for the current round is March 14th. So today is the 8th. So you have 6 days to get that together, okay, to apply for this particular grant if you are interested in helping people to become financially literate. All right. Okay. So for the next grant. So this is Goldman Sachs. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Goldman Sachs before. Goldman Sachs has been a household name in our house for a little bit, for a long time. And Goldman Sachs is giving away a grant, and what they have is 1 million Black women, Black in business grant. Okay. Now you have to fill out this application. They definitely want to know what is your ethnicity. Are you African American, Alaskan, Native American? Are you white, Caucasian, Asian, Hawaiian, Pacific Islander? Or if you prefer not to answer, male, female, it is a quick application. It does not take, it takes, if anything, I would say maybe 30 minutes, because you should already have the answers for your business. Okay. If you say that they want to know what is your role in your business. So are you the owner of it, the founder? Who are you? How do you operate in this particular business? They want to know the website of your business. They want to know when was the year that you founded your business, how much of the ownership Do a percentage of the ownership do you have with this particular business? How many full-time employees do you have, if any? Don't forget to include yourself, and part-time employees or temporary employees or contractors. They want to know what your 2021 total revenue was, your 2022 revenue up to date. So how much revenue have you made up to date for your business right now? They want to hear, how did you hear about Black in Business? Okay, so this is a Goldman Sachs partnership with Black in Business. So they want to know, how did you hear from them? Was it through a small business organization? Was it through here on Christina L Turner Kingmaker YouTube channel? Was it your community college? So they're going to ask that information from you. And when they put other and you heard it from here, please put my name on it. Put my name on it, please, and thank you. Okay. And don't forget to put what industry. So they're not industry specific on who can, like what industry can apply for this particular grant. They want a description of your primary products or services that your businesses offer. And why are you interested in the 1 million Black women Black in business? Why are you interested in participating in this particular process? Okay. And then how do you differentiate your product and services from other people, from your competitors? What makes your stuff different? How do you stand out? And then there's all this, all the other stuff. There's a certification that you have. Please read. You're going to have to upload a professional photo. You're going to have to upload your schedule, okay, for your Schedule C for your tax return. If you have a Schedule C, some of us, like me, are 1120s and 1120Ss. You want to have that. They want a 5-year, here we go. They want a 5-year vision for your business. That means business plan. Okay. What is it going to look like in 5 years from now? In terms of revenue and the employees, what does that look? So yeah, it's going to take if you already have it, you already have your business plan, you already know where you want to go for the next 5 years in regard to your business. It's almost like a cut and paste, that kind of thing. And if you've done your taxes already, and if you haven't done your taxes, do your last year's taxes for your Schedule C. Just make sure. And if they ask for more recent, don't forget, come to C Turner Tax Services. We can do your business taxes for you, and you could upload that information if they ask for it. But don't skip that part of it. You want to completely complete this particular application for this grant. Okay. So for the other one, all right, this one is very exciting. I'm really excited about this particular grant. This grant is for $25,000. This grant is for parents who are entrepreneurs. Yeah, parents who are entrepreneurs. They also have here, when you go into their site, they also ask for a donation, a minimum of $25. It has nothing to do with the application, no, but if you want to give, you can give, okay? $25,000, $25. And what this is for, this is called Parentpreneur. So I'm not sure if you heard of this before. There is an open application for $25,000 in grants for you. You probably hear the rain because it's raining here. The Parentpreneur Foundation empowers Black parentpreneurs so they can leave a legacy for their beautiful Black children. And the application is open for 1,000 grants, and they're trying to give a $1,000 grant out to 25 parents who are entrepreneurs, and also part of their membership. So you want to become a member. They want, let me see what happens with Parentpreneur. Okay, so let's listen to this. This is their 6th round. So not the first, but their 6th round of giving away $1,000. And so far they have given away $95,000. Okay. that started in July of 2020. And they had a $50,000 grant that from Techstars, who is a co-founder, and venture capitalist Brad Field. And also that information is there. There's a couple of videos that you can watch and see what this grant is all about, how to apply. They want you to join for free, okay, free, their online community. Okay, that's number one. Okay, and then the applications from their premium group will be received priority consideration. So you can join for free, but they have a premium group. So I guess like whatever the ooh, I don't stick my hair sticking out. I don't know whatever the what the premium fee is. Let me see. I shouldn't say I don't know. Let me find out, okay, for you. And let's see how, I just want to see something right quick, like how it doesn't show here. How, what is premium? What does that look like for being a premium member? But you want to sign up for their free online community. The application is going to close Thursday, March the 17th at 11:59 Eastern time. So the winners will be announced Friday, March the 18th. So this is the way that I look at it. If you want to be considered a winner, I wouldn't wait until March the 17th to do the application if you're interested. I would try to do it before so they at least can review it, because sometimes people get like a floodgate and they'll tell you, okay, this is the last hour that you can apply for, and you kind of will miss it because it'd be such an influx of people coming in. So yeah, I would try to get my application in just a little bit before March the 17th. So you still have what 9 days. You have about 9 days so that you can apply for this particular grant. And they ask for a donation. You cannot, we always believe a little bit of money can make a whole lot of money. So you want to try to do that. And the Parentpreneur is open for 2 Black families and to leave a legacy for their children. Now, let me tell you something. I saw this on TikTok, talking about leaving a legacy. This mother, okay, gave her 16-year-old 3 homes for his 16th birthday. He had a party, but she invested into his future so that he could have 2 of the homes were already ready to go for rental property for him. And I'm sure that would set him up definitely for college. Number 2, the third home, she gave him $10,000. Not only did she buy the home for him, but she also gave him $10,000 to fix the home. So that kind of thing, instead of, we do lavish on our kids, and our kids want games and all other different kind of things that brings no value at all. Leaving a legacy is not just like when you die and you have a will. You have a will or a trust, and they get all this stuff when you pass away. You want to set your children up for success when they're young. When they're young, you start cultivating, you start teaching them how to do certain things when they're young. And it says if you train up a child in the way they should go, that when they grow old, they will not depart from it. Okay. So when you teach about legacy at a young age, when you teach about making money or education and making sure that they educate themselves, that goes a long, long way. They'll always remember that. It doesn't matter what the relationship may be when they get old, because, sometimes our kids, they'll do whatever they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. But guess what? We rock that cradle and we still rule their world when it comes to their thought processes and surviving and making money. And hopefully the things that we put in them, the good things that we put in them, that it stays with them and they can become really great citizens of the world, right? And they can make an impact. So now for my very last, my last grant, Remember we spoke about Essence, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Essence Magazine has partnered up with Pine Saw. Can you believe it? Remember the Pine Saw commercial? I'm not sure if any of you remember the Pine Saw commercial, but there was a lady, she was a Black woman, and she was like a cleaner, and she used Pine Sol, and it was, you know, everybody and their mama. I know we had Pine Sol that was being used in our house too. Okay, and there's probably still some people that still use Pine Sol to this day. So Essence and Pine Sol came together in a partnership called Build Your Legacy, and you can win up to $100,000 for your business, and also get tips from other women doing big things in regard to their business. So the Black women entrepreneurs plus Essence and Pine Saw, they want to help you take your business to the next level. So, and remember I said this last week, that Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs and the most underfunded. This is why you need to come here and send this, is because I'm really giving you the information. And before I even go any further, I just want to thank my angel Kwame. Give sending you much love, sir. Sending you much, much, much love. He is all for the Black woman and in their in business, and making sure that we have the money, honey, because we need it. Okay, because guess what? We will fund our. I'm one. I've done it. I still do it. Fund our businesses out of our own personal resources. Yes, we do. We do that. So anyway, let me get back to thank you, Mr. Kwame. Sending you a lot of love. Okay. Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs and the most underfunded, as I said before. Essence Pine Saw are partnering to offer $100,000 legacy award to help champion Black women and the entrepreneur with an entrepreneurial spirit. So you must have a registered business, an LLC or incorporated. Okay. So, number one, this is how you're going to enter. First, you want to tell them about you. You want to create a 1 to 2 minute video introducing yourself, what you do, why you got started. Okay. And what $100,000 would mean to you and your business. All right. You want to tell about your business. You want to prepare a copy of your business plan. Here we go. Business registration. So they need a copy of that. And your investment plan for the money. So if you got $100,000, what does the investment plan look like? Like, you need to break it on down from dollar to dollar. That's what I say that I would do. I would break it down from dollar to dollar on what I'm going to do with that money. Okay. Because if I was giving you $100,000, I want to know what you're going to do with that money. Okay. Anything over $50, I definitely want to know what you're doing with that money. My granddaughter asked me for $100. The first thing was like, what is it for? Okay. Because if it's $50, I'll be like, okay, I know that's like, you know, going to the movies, whatever. But she's asking for $100. I'm like, what is that for? And depending on what she tells me that is for, like she's taking training classes for her hair business. You know, she did my hair, and she's taking training classes, you know, on braiding and all the other stuff. And these classes cost money because she's too young right now to go to hair school because she's only 16. And so she's taking like all these different classes. So we are investing in her, and she's also investing in herself. So anyway, I kind of digressed a little bit, but here, number two, they need a copy of your business plan. They need your business registration and your investment plan for the money. Number three, it is a easy to fill out quick application. You're going to upload your video after you do it. Remember, it's 1 to 2 minute video, and then you're going to upload your business documents. Now, let me see, when is this going to be over for this to apply? The deadline is Friday, April the 15th. Okay. The deadline for this $100,000 grant is Friday, April the 15th at 11:59. So next month, not next year, April the 15th. Guys, I really want you ladies, come on. Come on. We can do this. You know what? I'm gonna apply for this grant. So hopefully I get to do this grant. I'm gonna apply for it. I'm gonna apply for it. I'm an entrepreneur. I could use a extra $100,000. There's something else that I'm doing that I really could use that $100,000. Business wise, it would be very, very beneficial and will help so many people with this vision that I have. So if you are interested in any of the grants, I am going to post a link below, all the links below to all 5 of the grants that I discussed with you today. And I don't have anything else. Again, I want to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm so in love with you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm trying to give as much information. I'm also going to put the link down for those that want to sign up for my business plan writing class. It's going to be free. It's a free class, so I want you to sign up. It's a free class. Tell people it's going to be free, because guess what? I'm going to be creating this business plan, and you're going to be creating your business plan, and we're going to do it together. Okay. And like I said, I got to get it done within a week. So all this stuff. So we get ready to check these schedules so that we can see it. And yeah, if you can make it, fine. We'll probably do a replay on it. And I'll probably upload the videos at the class, like when the entire business class series is over, then I'll probably upload the video. But if not, one of the things I want to say, if you need any help, please contact me at info@ChristinaLTurner.com. You can go to my website, www.ChristinaLTurner.com. What the heck? ChristinaLTurner.com. You can go to my website and you can sign up for my consulting services. Also, you can still buy the book. I have the e-book downloads on there on building credit, personal and business credit. You can download those that's on the website as well. And let me see what else. I don't think I have anything else to say. Oh, it's not too late to still get the 2022 Goddess Goals Journal. It is not too late. You can start whenever. Yeah, you missed 3 months, so what? Come on, just keep pushing. You decide you need to get it. Come on, let's go ahead and get it, and let's not procrastinate. So I wish that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. I am Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. I love you so much. God bless you. Have a great week.